Welcome back and welcome to another book tag. I promised you lots of tags this month, so you're getting lots of tags. This tag I saw and believe is an original tag on Katie Tastic's channel, so that will be linked down below, as will the questions if you want to do this tag as well. Remember, if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you are not already subscribed, please click that subscribe button. I would love to have you on board. So let's get started. Number 1, The Little Mermaid, a character who is out of their element, a fish out of water. And for this one, I've forgotten her name now. What's she called? Lena, of course she is. Lena, who is the main character in Love and Gelato, finds herself in Italy, definitely out of her element. And yes, that's Little Mermaid. Question 2, Cinderella, a character who goes through a major transformation. And I am going to go for Becky Bloomwood from the Shopaholic series, because if you look at the Becky from Secret Dream World of a Shopaholic from book 1, and then you look at Becky from Shopaholic to the Rescue, the last book that was out, you will see that she is a completely different person. I will not go into the whys and wherefores, because if you haven't read this series, it would spoil it for you. And if you haven't read this series, you should, because it's amazing, and I am considering doing a reread of this one. Series. It would be so fun. Let me know in the comments if you would like to take part in some sort of Shopaholic book club reread, because that would be really exciting. Question 3, or character 3, Snow White, a book with an eclectic cast of characters. Okay, this one would be 7 Ways We Lie by Riley Redgate, because the 7 different characters in that one are all very different from each other, and they've all got this one thing in common. And again, won't spoil anything, and I don't have a physical copy of that book because I got it from the library, so I had to take it back again. Number 4, Sleeping Beauty, a book that puts you to sleep. This is general, and if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know what I'm going to say. It's just generally classics. I hate to hold up a Jane Austen novel because, you know, I like the TV adaptations of these, but I just can't. I try so hard, and I just can't with the classics. I'm so sorry. And I mean, like, this one, look, it's the tiny writing and the long book, and oh, yeah, sorry, apologise, but that's me. I'm not a classics reader, and no matter how hard I try or how much older I get, it just doesn't happen. Oh, I need a little refreshment. Mouth's a bit dry, so I have to have the fan on because it's so hot. Okay, The Lion King, a character who had something traumatic happen to them in childhood. Basically all young adult books, so we'll go with a classic young adult book, and that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This is the collector's edition, because obviously we know that there is a certain amount of tragedy in this book, but basically, yes, you could pick any book, any young adult book. Generally they have a tragedy happen to them somewhere. One of the books I've talked about even. Number 6, Beauty and the Beast, a beast of a book, a big book that you were intimidated by but found the story to be beautiful. I am going to go with this one. See if you know what it is when you just see the edges, just the edges here. It's so beautiful. It's beautiful on the inside as well as the outside, but just to show you the outside, and that is The Woman Who Stole My Life by Marion Keyes. We've got the sparkly stars and then this sparkly writing. Can you see how textured it is? Oh, that sparkle. And yeah, this is quite a big book because this is a hardback. You can see it's kind of got bashed a little bit because it was in my handbag when I was reading it, but let's see how many pages it is. However, this was a good read. Obviously, with it being Marion Keyes, you know it was going to be a good read. But this is 530 pages, which is bigger than the average books that I read. I know there are bigger books out there, but for me, this was intimidating, the size of this book. Number 7, a character who gets their wish granted for better or worse. And instantly, this one, I thought about Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith. Again, this was a book that I got out the library, so I don't have a physical copy for you here, but it is a book I've considered buying because I loved this book, and I made a whole video about it, so I will put it up here somewhere, and I'll also put a link to it in the description box in case you miss it being up here somewhere. But yes, that book, just instantly saw that one, thought Windfall, definitely Windfall. Mulan, a character who pretends to be someone or something they are not. Again, don't have a physical copy for you. Do you see a little theme going on here? But I would go with My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Kinsella, which is Sophie Kinsella's newest book. And I made a whole video about that one. So I will link that up here somewhere or in the description box in case you miss it being up here somewhere. But that is a character who... I talk more about it in the video, so just go and watch the video because it definitely fits this question. Number 9, Toy Story. Should we go and watch Toy Story now? Could you not just dig some Buzz Muddy right now? Seriously. Characters you wish would come to life. And I'm going to be slightly predictable here and go with the characters from the I Heart series by Lindsay Kelk. I just want Jenny Lopez to be my friend, and I just want to hang out with Angela and Alex and James and, you know, contribute to Angela's blog and magazine. You know, I could totally write for their magazine. Totally. I wish these characters would come to life. I want a Jenny in my life. Really do. And finally, question 10. Disney Descendants, which I haven't read the Descendants books, but hey. Your favourite villain or morally ambiguous characters. I'm not going to go with a specific villain for this one, although I could go with Cece from the I Heart books, but I'm going to go with an author who writes very good villains / morally ambiguous characters, and that author is Rebecca Chance, and this book is Killer Queens, which came out a couple of years ago, but I just recently read Killer Affair by Rebecca Chance as well, which I have summed up in my latest 7 mini reviews video because I read this during a readathon. But Rebecca Chance writes amazing villainous characters. They're not necessarily villains. Some of them are Russian oligarchs, some of them are it girls, but some of them are seriously morally ambiguous, but I love the way she writes them and I love reading about them. What's going on? This isn't Red Bull, by the way, it's Starbucks. Yes, so there we have it, the Disney book tag. I now want to go away and watch all of these Disney films, Toy Story in particular, and I also want to go away and reread the Shopaholic series and perhaps, you know, go back and reread the I Heart series again because I haven't done that recently. So, as I say, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and the questions will be in the description box below if you haven't seen this tag and would like to do it. And if you are not already subscribed, please do click the subscribe button because I will have another video for you soon and you will get notified of that. I don't know if it'll be a tag video or a review or something else, but it will be here very, very soon, and I will see you then. Bye.